say that when there's one left, you're actually gonna end it all. I mean, Hina and Hiro, I guess, have been the most traumatized out of everyone's game. Not Hoko because she's got the whole tsundere personality, so it's hard to tell sometimes. Why? Why are you making us do some cool thing? What? What? You really doing something?
Come on.
Stop goofing around and getting... Yeah, you would.
Yoo-hoo!
Anyway, who's to say at the end of the day people will actually get out? It might continue even past, you know, even past the time of which... Huh? What the fuck? Oh, 4 SP. God damn it.
Let's begin with if you can.
Yeah, I already know.
Hearts with edit point. Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit cards, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true! It's a conspiracy!
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all...
No, it's wrong!
Are we sure Hiro really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
Well, take a
For
look
an
at this.
18-year-old, you really are quite judgmental. Then again, I guess they have had in the past 2 years. Quiet from them,
It's
so...
the note that Hiro wrote,
Hey.
asking everyone to meet. The handwriting's obviously different. When you compare it to...
There's no way you could, unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are...
Come on! I'm not smart enough...
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
Well, yeah, you just left.
He is not the only one. I think Hiro's innocent as well.
What?
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit?
It might have been, but there might have
Is
been
it
more
like
to it
Hiro
than that.
said? Was there...
The suspicious individual... Go ahead, Makoto.
So?
I got it!
Oh, God.
Other than Hiro, obviously he was the one in that...
Then there can be no doubt.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hiro didn't
Yes,
do it.
I said that didn't take him out of being suspected. I just said that he was in the suit.
It makes
Just because someone was the prime...
Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's
don't be
not the
after you. You're
culprit.
actually talking common sense for once.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this...
What? Now that's a bull... And what reason do you have to make...
Of course. There's something else we need to clarify first.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around!
I have to agree with that.
All things have a proper...
So what is...
We must clarify the... It would seem that Makoto...
It must have been Blue's heart.
I got it!
The repository toilet.
I got it! They were... So... Taka's body disappeared when we found it for the second time. It was the same tarp that up... So the killer must have seen it there. That way, they wouldn't leave it...
Okay, that explains...
Same thing. I'm sure the doll was in the...
Oh, darling.
But when the body just... Later, when So did...
In other words, you think they... But are you sure you are...
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive that Dolly was made? It would be very strange indeed. Is it not possible?
She's raised an objection.
There is no shame. We have all accepted the fact. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree.
This should prove it. If you're asking for when I found the dolly in the there was a pool of blood in the equipment room. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident, and as the blood dried on the tire. So there's my proof that...
Well, anyway, that was just something.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo-Justice didn't do it. What kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that...
I'd be happy to explain why the... If you look back on how the body was...
The fact that I couldn't bend the weight. And he couldn't get out of it.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp.
God damn it. Come on, Makoto. You know, you might be my waifu, but you're awfully judgmental.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right? Shoot!
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there,
Yeah, the culprit then loaded it on... No.
keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
He was even causing that freaking pain.
As we know, Taka was killed, and from there,
Yeah, the culprit then loaded it on...
now, keep in mind...
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
Yeah, but you can't bend over, remember?
You're absolutely right that you... But if you were wearing that suit... Think back to what you said when we were all checking out... When you're in that suit, not only can... Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly.
You're the
if
only
you
one who
couldn't
had
bend
to deal
over.
with this.
Well,
conditions
what's
before
to
you-
stop you from simply pushing?
When you can't even see your feet?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that...
On top of that, it's very unlikely you would have the dex...
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter...
You can't take off by yourself.
I don't think taking off this...
That's true.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
He might be an idiot, but he wouldn't lie about it.
Of course I wasn't...
He could have gotten it off by himself. I don't think he would have let us. Showing up in the suit was basic.
Yeah, that's right!
So, it's really, really true that Robo-Justice couldn't have moved the doll?
To be clear, whoever did move the...
No, wait. Just a second. You all got a good look at it if whoever was in the... Besides,
Forgery.
do you remember what... So long as those facts, the individual inside the... Yeah, that's...
Hold on a second!
Once again, your
Still far
judgment.
too early to... Besides, there's no hurry. Before we rush to avert, instead of seizing
I
on
also
one
grew up in
viewpoint,
EOB,
Perhaps.
so
let's review this series of unfortunate...
I don't disagree, but our...
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
Alright then. Let's, I suppose, 4 of us gathered together and that we waited there for quite a... That was...
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found
he
some...
got loved
It seems I was unconscious. I know it was an hour.
Goes up when he's angry.
That was when we... As it turns out, it also soon became clear that this... We were soon joined in our search by... He was injured, so we took him, but not long after...
When Celeste told us that, and soon after...
I saw someone moving around.
And then... At that point, we'd Celeste, Hina, and I, while Sakura... When we got back to the nurse's office, and that's when we heard the... I left Celeste and Hina there and...
Meanwhile, we must have found both because we heard the same announcement not long...
And that's when then the 3 of us, but right after we ran into Celeste. We rushed back to the nurse's office.
Then we remember... But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time...
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
And where Phoenix is kicked in.
I think that about covers it.
I
Have to
see.
go because
Though it certainly seems to me,
Okay, well...
rather than a single series of events, and from there, we can uncover... Now then, let's get...
broken wristwatch.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last
What makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed, but while Taka's death...
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So, regarding... I wonder if he died before perhaps it was after...
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last
What makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed while Taka's death...
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So, regarding... I wonder if... Or perhaps it was after...
We already know what order they were...
No, it's wrong!
Numbering means nothing.
Hold on. There's no reason, if anything, that's...
So you're saying the culprit won, but in reality... Okay then.
Is that the wristwatch? Oh, Hangman's camera.
Now I understand! I've got it! See? Look! It broke with the...
It must have gotten broken. So if it wasn't for...
And that would be his...
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning.
That's right.
That's simple facts. We made the wrong assumption about the...
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer. That way, when we saw how...
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up...
That may be true, but all of our alibis...
That's right. When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Then we all ran down to the nurse. That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know. They must...
If that's true...
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
See?
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis since all of us were there too.
And it does not stop there. When his body, Kina and I were... And then, at that time...
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the...
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it?
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body.
True.
Because, as we just established...
Besides, I didn't do either of them any...
In other words, it is impossible that, on the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko...
For now, we can't get fixated on... So instead of who, in particular, I think we...
That's true. We searched everywhere, and according to... His body apparently disappeared, but to carry that much weight...
Oh man, yeah.
Well, what if I...
What?
If the dead body...
The dead?
I don't think it has
that's why
anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is... We thought Hifumi was dead,
he woke up
but perhaps in
briefly
reality he was still
Hina was
alive.
crying. And
He was
they pulled off the ass.
alive?
Yeah, she saw
Are
it
you
going on.
saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of...
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That... it...
Yes, it is very possible.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Shoot!
I hate unfortunate memory.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Shoot!
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
Shoot!
I'm brain dead. I'm fucking brain dead.
I refuse to give up yet!
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible.
Hifumi was dead. And you know that shortly you heard the body that Hifumi's dead, and that is... Are we really... Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No. It is Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Shortly, you heard the body discovered. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Shoot!
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No. It is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Shortly, you heard the body discovery announcement, along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
Shoot!
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he...
No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Shortly, you heard the body. Hifumi's dead body had been found, and that is why the announcement.
Are we really so maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery?
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No. It is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Shortly, you heard the body discovery announcement, along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is...
Are we really so... Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the... there's a chance he was actually still alive?
I'm an idiot.
Shoot!
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No. It is impossible.
Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Shortly, you heard the body. Hifumi's dead, and that is why...
Are we really... Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Shoot!
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No. It is impossible.
Hifumi was dead, and you know that.
Shortly, you heard the body discovered. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement...
Are we really so sure? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Shoot!
Why did I forget that from last time? I haven't short-term memory. Wait, do I still have those notes in there?
saying that when we first found Hifumi, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No. It is impossible. Hifumi was dead,
And you know that shortly he heard the body, the Kifumi's dead body, and that is what...
Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found there's a chance he was...
No. Hifumi was dead. And you know that shortly you heard the body discovered Hifumi's dead body.
Oh
no, it's wrong.
Oh yeah. How did I forget?
Was the body discovery announcement that was...
Of course it was.
Maybe. But that was all...
That's right. It wasn't long after
So there's a good chance we made him. I think we've confused whether the announcement was...
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found...
Maybe Monokuma...
What do you say, Monokuma? Any...
Well, it's a bit... But what I can say, it's only broadcast when...
That didn't answer our question.
No, actually... He said it's only broadcast. Even if we find the same body, if that's true, then why was the announcement...
Huh?
Exactly. We heard the... I got it! We heard it a second time in the repository. It didn't seem weird at the time.
Exactly. If we were actually
And in reality, when the 2 dead bodies were being discovered for...
So, when we found Hifumi, the meaning, he was...
And that's just... There's one other thing that leads
Once
me
again.
to the...
Oh, I know!
If he was dead, how was he
He was
able to
gonna
regain
play
consciousness?
dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
That is the
Why
worst
would he be able to
logic I
regain
have ever
consciousness?
heard. But honestly,
Okay then. Well, then it should become clear.
this whole thing...
So unexpected goes. You know how Crocodile is? Not Crocodile,
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned...
Shoot!
Celestina.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
Before they had blood. Now they are. And they were clean.
In fact, there was one case. That fact alone.
Perhaps you'd like to feel...
When we found Hifumi... But when we found him again later, and they were spotless.
And then she's implying
And
that
I found...
the dead body was himself.
I got it! It was a glasses cleaning cloth. One look at the blood stain. This piece of cloth was... And the mascot on the cloth is this... And whose digital camera what?
The character was... Princess Piggles. From Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess.
I highly doubt anyone...
I see your point.
I was a little
And the
kid,
only
okay?
people...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a...
A few tissues is all I need.
Then there's no question. What I'm saying is... The blood on it...
Even if that is true,
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses?
That's a good...
And it must have been him.
So let's assume that Hifumi, he pretends to be dead. Then he stands up, and with that, the impossible...
but then, if he was just pretending... What was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
It's the nurse's office, so it could easily have been blood.
The fridge in the nurse's office contains
He figured if he was but he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off.
And if Hifumi was still alive at that, it should be perfectly obvious.
I I got it! It could only have been...
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office...
That also...
The door was locked? Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed... But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked, which means when Hina and Sakura...
And it could only have been Hifumi.
He convinced us all he was dead. And when he saw his... So, Hifumi wasn't just an...
But that means...
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble, would you like...
There's more?
Oh, absolutely. The sing... You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto?
I got it!
The note.
You're talking about the note Hifumi had...
Hidden note?
That's right.
We
found... What? In pants?
Okay, well, forget about the pictures.
I found the hole, maybe we can escape.
That's the note I was telling you. What? Monokuma can't find out, so...
See. Then
It's...
In other words, and that person could only have been... I got it! That's right! Taka! The killer used this note.
Hello? Over. I don't really understand what's going on. So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok. Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right? Oh, yes! Why must you... Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
No, what's wrong?
No! They're
What the hell?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m. You've already proven it, but there's more. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka...
So, Taka was... I think that should be plenty.
No further objections!
Then someone used that note. The culprit...
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it? Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Most likely. Hifumi...
Huh? He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead.
I got it! When I searched Taka's body, if I'm right about this, I knew it! It fits perfect.
Then Taka's scrap.
Yup.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still There's only one...
Taka died clutching the note, leaving behind... Did I get all that?
That means Hifumi knew the note was...
Exactly. With...
Whoa, yeah. After seeing all the... In fact, he was behind the whole...
Sorry. When we found him in the repository, the second body discovered...
So then...
Whoever did is the...
He was killed in the repository.
So, he must have been...
During that time, we'd all split up and were... In other words, during that time...
Wait! But me and Sakura were together! Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus! Who are you calling a walrus?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill...
The weapon?
Yeah. Because the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was only with Justice Hammer 3 and 4. So if Hifumi, the culprit, would have had to grab and put the hammer, but wouldn't that be...
I'm surprised. It seems there's some...
Hell yeah! It's packed in there good!
He's right, though. The Monokuma file makes it... But if the hammers were all...
So the question is, how could... Personally, so which hammer was used...
Those were accounted for in other rooms, too.
Then...
Is it not possible that you...
I don't think it is possible.
So then...
The smallest hammer. Yep.
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
I screwed up again.
Shoot!
What was used to kill Hifu? Was it Justice Hammer? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice...
No, it's wrong!
No, no, it's
The murder weapon wasn't a
But, sir?
Specifically, a hammer from the... Now, all the hammers in the repository, but for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Huh?
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean, if the hammer got covered in Hifumi's... I'd also like to point out that the repository has... And even some flat... I think whoever made the Justice Hammer...
If that's true, that would have...
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used the hammer to kill him.
And whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. Hold on a moment. I still think the way the graduation ruled, so the idea... Based on the rules that have been laid out, even if more than one, only the one who actually carried out, assuming the rule holds true. It is simply impossible that two people...
That is,
but that only really applies.
In this case, however, there were 2 murders.
God fucking damn it.
Shoot!
Based on the rules, even if more than one, only the one who actually, assuming the rule holds true.
that is.
But that only really
In this case, however, there were 2 murders.
Based on the rules that have been, even if more than one person, only the one who actually carried out the, assuming the rule holds true.
No, it's wrong! Since there were 2 murders,
What do you mean?
If there'd only been 1 murder, then yeah, naturally, if only one person...
risk versus
The payoff for working together. There's no point in being someone's However, if there...
You're saying that 2 people could...
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. And based on the case, they made him carry out...
So in this case, there wasn't. Instead, each person, and it only looked like one person, a single suspicious individual, by creating one seamless set of
The mastermind picked their... And then to avoid the no accomplice, which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was...
That's just awful!
You think so? I can't help but admit...
I understand how an...
That's problem no...
No, you're so...
Shoot! Here's my answer.
Select.
It was
a
select.
bit more to it.
So I...
A joke?
So what you are saying then, the idea that I would choose, that I would go within 10 feet of that... pardon.
Just to be clear, there is...
Is that...
It is. Throughout the investigation, considering what we've learned so far.
I got it! the behavior they had in common, the only ones who ever actually...
Shush. The adults are... Sorry. As he said, only Celeste... If we accept that Hifumi was one of...
Are you saying everything they told us was a...
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, and not too long after that... We headed to the second floor next to draw us all...
She let out a...
And when we'd all come to see... Once she'd done her, it was time for her part.
It was to get us to divide into 2 groups.
In fact, Celeste was precise. Well, if Celeste and he... And on top of that, that pierced... That was to signal it was your way of telling him... Why else would you let out a scream?
I just realized when we found Hifumi in the nurse's office... Celeste, you wanted to make sure we would...
I don't believe it! Everything! The whole thing was one big act!
I was surprised, Tina.
You were with Celeste when Hifumi's body...
Yeah? I was feeling... Wait! Then that was...
She wasn't worried about you.
Each piece isn't much by itself. Wouldn't you agree?
I had no idea...
Don't bother trying. You made one.
Oh.
I didn't even catch it myself, looking back. I can say that... I'm talking about what you said after...
I remember her saying that.
Then pay attention. Sakura, then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been... Once we were in the hall, we ran it now. The entire time we were to think about it. Celeste's comment...
Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble, and if you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any
He's alluding to the fact that she said murderers.
All I said was... They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. Shoot! All I said was... They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us. They must be... We are going to die. Just like those guys died. Shoot! All I said was... They must really be enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened. They must be... We are all going to die here.
Oh, I get it all.
Shoot!
Why am I such a Christmas?
I refuse to give up yet!
All I said, they must really enjoying the sight of us. They must be. We are going to die. And that is.
And that's all it takes. What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
All I said was, they must really enjoying the sight of us. They must be positively. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died.
No.
Shoot! All I said was, they must really enjoying the sight of us. They must be. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes.
What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Just...
Shoot!
All I said, they must really enjoying the sight of us. They must be. We are going to die. And that is.
And that's all it takes. What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Shoot! All I said was, they must really be enjoying the sight of us standing around. They must be positively. We are all going to die. We are going to die. Just like those guys died. And that is all.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's what was so strange about Celeste's comment?
All I said was, they must really be enjoying the sight of us. They must be positive. We are all going to die. We are going to die. Just like those guys died. And that is all.
And that's all it takes. What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
All I said was, they must really enjoying the sight of us. They must be positive. We are all going to die here. Shoot! All I said was, they must really be enjoying the sight of us. They must be. We are all going to die here. We are going to die. Just like those guys died. And that is all.
And that's all it takes. What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Those guys?
All I said was, they must really enjoying the sight of us. They must be. We are all going to die. We are going to die. Just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes. What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Shoot!
I refuse to give up yet.
Really be enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. Shoot! All I said, they must really be enjoying the sight of us standing around. They must be positively late. We are all going to die here. We are going to die. And that is all.
And that's all it takes. What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Shoot! All I said was, they must really be enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened, and they must be positive. We are all going to die here. We are going to die. Just like those guys. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes. What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Those guys?
All I said was, they must really enjoying the sight of us. They must be positive. We are all going to die here. We are going to die. Just like...
No, it's wrong.
Finally did it.
There's no reason when she said that.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her, so there was never any chance.
So how did you know? How did you know more? Because Kyoko had also disappeared.
You all have such
imagination.
You claim that I was lost. Then what about the picture? How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
It has to be some Celeste put the...
Yes, I happen to know. In other words, it is the... No.
I got it!
Hifumi's dragging the suspect.
It's not a picture of the suspect. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi.
That's certainly within... The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi. We've simply been led to believe. In the straight, if you saw some...
That's what happened! You would...
Is utterly impossible. Hifumi was dragged,
is it? I don't think it...
Then shut your mouth and allow...
Make your argument.
up in that suit after I passed out. Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight. You tried to make me look like the bad guy.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious...
It was a blueprint, wasn't it?
Shoot!
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed. Then you just draped it. You tried to make me look like...
Like I said, as you can see in the picture, if the person inside...
There's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Then the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit.
No way!
Down on the waist.
You dressed me up in that suit after... Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry... You tried to make me look like the bad guy.
Like I said, as you can see in the picture, if the person inside the suit was there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Shoot!
You dressed me up in that suit after I... Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight. You tried to make me look like the bad guy.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect, if the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
No, it's wrong.
You didn't even say that yourself.
No,
you can't bend
even if
waist.
the person, because that robo-justice...
That's right! They totally made a mistake when they made it.
I'm not so sure. I think the suit was designed from the beginning.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit. That's how they were able to fake. The point of it all was to make a...
Well then.
Checkmate? Don't make me laugh, you idiot! Clearly, you want to cram me and have you
Already forgotten?
When we asked him who had attacked, he said, in other words...
Wait, but my name isn't really Yasuhiro. It's actually Taro.
Your confusing statements don't make any sense.
He did say Yasuhiro.
What the heck?
Kyoko.
Think back to how did he refer to each of us?
He said he was
That's right.
Exactly. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name...
I'm sure it was just
Indecent?
Don't talk.
Random chance. No. There's nobody must have...
So Hifumi was trying to tell...
But the name he said doesn't...
Well, no. And that's Celeste.
You think you'd take your fall... Come on! Enough with... Well? What?
Okay, then Phyllis...
Met my real name.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name...
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
How many times do I have to tell you? My name is...
Celestia Ludenberg! God damn it!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way...
The E-Humbug has one full name already.
That's it.
What?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, if Monokuma told... So all we have, that's how we can find out... Celeste, can you please, please?
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to because... Until the game's over!
Fine then, let me go over the case again, and that'll bring
was that time with. No, I think.
What happened?
Nope. I hate not going to guns thing.
The killer is you! First, they convince someone that someone, the murderous duo, they drugged him, Next, while the killer used a digit, they did all of it when they were done with it. And then finally, at 6 a.m., they called Taka to the... And that's where Hifumi... I refuse to give up yet!
Well, I'm ending the episode here.